Welcome to the Smart Weight Loss Coaching Podcast. I'm Dr. Lisa Olson, a board-certified weight loss medicine specialist and certified life coach. In this podcast, I'll share fresh insights and effective techniques for incorporating mindset, habit change, and proven science into your life. Are you ready to achieve sustainable weight loss, wellness, and longevity? Then let's jump in and lose weight the smart way. Welcome back. Do you know Ilona Maher? Well, you should know her. You really need to know her, especially if you're a woman who is trash-talking herself for her weight or hating on her body. Ilona Maher is a fantastic Team USA rugby player who was recently in the Paris Olympics, and she has a lot to say about her body and yours. But first, let's talk about lessons from the Olympics that might help us non-elite athletes to get healthier, manage our weight, and build rather than lose muscle as we age. In my program, we talk about the Weight Loss Olympics. It's a silly way I have of reminding the women I work with that to get good at anything takes practice, patience, perseverance, a coach, and teamwork. No Olympian does it alone, and we don't typically reach our optimal health or our happy weight by going it alone either. Consider Simone Biles, the inspirational gymnast who brought home the gold. There must have been a time when Simone fell off the balance beam and had to decide what to make that mean. Do you think she decided, well, I guess I suck at gymnastics, so I may as well give up and just watch TV all day? No, of course she didn't think that, because if she thought, I guess I just suck at gymnastics, she would have felt defeated. And we all know what happens to motivation when we feel defeated. It dissipates, right? It just disappears and leaves you wanting to avoid the very activity associated with the feeling of defeat. So, if you're trying to get up a little early to make yourself a healthy lunch for work and you snooze through your alarm, you have a choice. You could analyze what happened and learn from it, like an Olympic athlete, so you can try again tomorrow. Or you could choose a thought that leads you to feel defeated, like, I'll never be a morning person, so why even try? I'm actually not sure what Simone Biles herself thought the first time she fell off the balance beam or failed to nail a landing, but I imagine it was something like, how could I do that differently so it works better next time? And then she tried again and again and again until she nailed it. That's the Olympic spirit. And if we could bottle that for weight loss, everyone would be metabolically healthy and at their happy weight. When it comes to working on weight loss or improving your metabolic health, we need the same spirit and willingness to try again, to practice, to get it wrong and show up again the next day without throwing in the towel. But here's something else about Olympians. They're not just randomly showing up again and again and again after making a mistake. They're looking for the learning, and they have a coach that's helping them to learn so they can improve. Sometimes it's easier to see how you can tweak things when you're looking from the outside. On top of that, Olympians have unwavering support from teammates who cheer them on, celebrate their successes, and support them when they don't nail the landing. They bring near them their family, their friends, not just the people formally on the team, but anyone who's willing to lend some support. To me, this is exactly what successful weight loss looks like. Only you don't have to be an Olympian to achieve it. First of all, embrace the fact that you get good at what you practice. If you practice trash talking yourself or eating off plan, you'll get good at tuning out and giving up. Secondly, if you practice buying groceries, ordering healthy food, preparing healthy meals, well, then you'll get good at that. And as eating healthy gets easier for you, the effort you have to expend to make a healthy lunch diminishes. Everything will get easier. Next, surround yourself with positive, uplifting teammates who will encourage you when it's tough. Find a walking partner, because when we connect with others, we're more likely to show up for them and for ourselves. Dare I suggest that improving your weight and your health can be fun when you surround yourself with the right people. Expect to fall off the metaphorical balance beam. We all fall off sometimes. That's so normal. When you eat off plan or don't get up at 6 a.m. to exercise before work, give yourself grace. No sweat, reset, as I like to say. Surely Simone Biles had many rough days before she started accumulating gold medal moments. Work with your coach to dissect what went wrong when you ordered dessert on a random Tuesday, even though it wasn't part of your plan. A coach can help you dig deeper than just, it looked good and I wanted that. There's probably more to it when you really dig. Just like Olympians have a coach to guide them, the women I work with in my online program work with me to figure out why they sometimes do the opposite of what they'd like to do. And once we better understand the why, we can work on changing that dynamic. Above all, speak to yourself with the support and kindness you'd show your weight loss Olympic teammates if they had bought some candy at Walgreens. Why? Because you don't actually have to be perfect to lose weight. You have to be determined and patient and willing to quickly reset when you get off track. Those traits are far more important than perfection in the weight loss Olympics. Hey, quickly, I want to mention something about surrounding yourself with the right people. We have our Smart Weight Loss Coaching Women's Wellness Retreat coming up this fall. And if you want to surround yourself with smart, positive, supportive women on a similar journey towards physical and emotional wellness, we'd love for you to join us. We still have space left, but it's filling up fast. So grab some girlfriends and register today for the best girls' weekend you'll ever spend. Now, what about Ilona Maher? Why did I draw your attention to this Team USA Olympic rugby player? It's because of her shoulders. I started following her on Instagram, and she talked about her big shoulders, how she used to hide her shoulders by wearing her hair in a way to cover them. She used to be embarrassed about the size of her shoulders, and she had doubts that anyone would find her attractive because of them. Ilona's obviously done a lot of work and a lot of practicing when it comes to being kind to herself because she's fully embraced her body for the strong and beautiful person that she is and the shoulders that she has. To quote Ilona, all body types are beautiful and can do amazing things. I so deeply appreciate her body positive messaging on social media. You can find her using hashtag #BeastBeautyBrains. By the way, loving your body today for all that it does for you is not incompatible with working on getting healthier, losing weight, or getting stronger. You can love your body and strive to make it even better. To me, it's no different than recognizing that you're smart, but still reading books or listening to informative podcasts or watching documentaries to add to your knowledge. Loving yourself doesn't prohibit you from striving to achieve your goals, whether for your mind or your body. Why wouldn't you do what it takes to increase your health span and live longer, healthier? It starts with curating that Olympic attitude. As you think about your NBA for this week, your next best action, there are so many ways you might choose to think or act like an Olympic athlete. You might channel your inner Ilona Maher and embrace your body. Your NBA might be to stop giving up on yourself every time you fall off the balance beam and get a little off track with your eating. You might commit to showing up and trying again, even when the scale is slow to respond or even when it feels hard. I believe in your perseverance and I love your shoulders. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like more support during your smart weight loss journey, check out our group coaching program at smartweightlosscoaching.com. Until next time, stay well and stay smart.